Hello, my single peoples. How are you doing? It's my hope and prayer that this week finds you well and that you are ready and raring to go and attack this week with a bang. My name is Tony Gubanga, and I'm glad to be your blessing this week. Now, when you think about finding your mate, there is being found as a mate, and there's also finding your mate. You are on either end of the spectrum, depending on how you look at it, because this is the 21st century, and hey, we are all pursuing the same thing. But there are a few things I'd like to drop to you, I'd like to release to you that you may consider them and probably try and see whether you are applying them or whether you could begin applying them in your life. So, in finding a mate, you need to understand that, first of all, our idea of marriage is completely and totally adversative when it comes to God's idea of marriage. He has a different plan, and we already have another blueprint that is completely different from what God has intended for us. And so if we do not marry our plan and his blueprint right from this stage where you are as a single person, then we're going to miss out and mess up big time. And it's my hope and prayer that you do not do that, because I talk to several people every week, both in my inbox and in my Zoom sessions, people who are crying out, who are complaining and just saying, why am I going through all this? And I do not want you to be a part of that. And that is why we have this group. That is why I'm holding monthly master classes, just for you, to empower you so that you can be equipped to become a better person. So, first of all, you need to understand. You need to understand that marriage is an assignment from God. Marriage in itself is not supposed to make you happy, because some of you are waiting. You are looking for that person to come into your life to make you happy. And I know we're guilty as married people. We've perpetuated this lie. We've told you that, by the way, I'm happily married. My wife makes me happy, or my husband makes me happy. No. It is not true. Happiness is a personal choice. You decide on whether you're going to be happy or not. The joy of the Lord is your strength. And so, if you're looking for somebody who's going to make you happy, probably you need to watch a sitcom, go watch a comedy, look at something else. Go and watch something else that will make you excited, because that is not marriage. You're not going to find, that's too much pressure that is too much pressure on someone else. Some of us are looking for perfect people. We're looking for that perfect person who's not going to stress you, who's not going to stretch you. But understand this, marriage is about learning how to navigate the stress and the strain, being stretched and being put under stress, so that you rely on God to give you strength to overcome some of the things that your partner is bringing to the table. And so, if you're looking for somebody who's not going to stress you, go to Masai Market. I don't know where they are today, but go to Masai Market and probably you'll find a nice, beautiful carving. Buy it and put it there in your room, and I can guarantee you for free, it's not going to stress you. If you're looking for somebody who's going to be repeating everything that you say one after the other, then do yourself a favor, buy a parrot, because they're very, very good at repeating. They memorize what you say, they mimic what you say, and without even thinking about it. So go get a parrot. If you're thinking about someone who will just hug you and make you snuggle and give you the warm, fuzzy feeling, I remember this lady told me that she would want somebody who would just give a nice hug and ask how the day was. And, that is her ideal man, someone who's a big, gigantic, gentle giant. This might sound rude, but probably you need to buy a teddy bear. Oh yes, you may need to buy a teddy bear if you die, because that is what you want. And for you young men, or the men that are out there, if you want somebody to cook for you and do your laundry, well, go and visit the maid bureaus. You're going to get very many there. Or go and buy a washing machine. Get a day bug to come and do your cleaning and all those other things. But do not get married to a lady with the idea that she is going to come and cook. And when you look at even our mother tongue, Our mother tongue says, you're marrying somebody, you're going to bring somebody who's going to cook for you. And so we bring that mentality even right now into our age. Please, that's a wrong notion. You don't want that. You need to understand this. Marriage is a death sentence to the person that is called you. Marriage is a destruction and not a destruction. Destruction with a D. D-E-S-T-R-U-C-T-I-O-N. Destruction and not a destruction. Meaning, you understand that marriage is, the word marriage comes from the word to mar, which means to destroy, to annihilate, to come together, so that to completely obliterate, so that God can gel you and mold you into becoming one. So first and foremost, understand that God made you, God has made you with an assignment. Every single human being has an assignment. The word Adam who is our first grandfather, comes from the word Adama in Hebrew, which basically means the earth. So Adam was made from Adama to work on Adama. I'll repeat that again. Adam the man, our father, was created from the earth, Adama. And he was given the assignment in Genesis chapter 2 to till the earth. So that is the first thing that he falls in love with. That is a thing that he does each and every single day. And no wonder we men are attached to our work. I'm digressing. I'm not speaking to the married people, but let me get back here. So that is his first assignment. Now, the second definition of the word man is ish in Hebrew. And the other definition of the woman is Isha. So the man, Adam, comes from Adama. Isha, the woman, comes from Ish. I hope you're together. Now you'll understand this, that the man is given an assignment by God to pursue and to complete. But given his faculties, given his given his wiring and the things that he has, he is not able to complete everything that God has given him to do, even though he does not have a clue. Remember, it is God who looks at the man and he says, it is not good for the man to be alone. Let us make for him a suitable helper or a suitable helpmeet. Somebody who suits him and somebody who has the ability to help him complete that assignment. And so remember, I said marriage is a destruction, not a distraction. You need to understand that if your fiancé is distracting you from your purpose or your assignment, then probably that is not the person that you need to settle with. Because your fiancé is going to be happy, is going to be excited, they're going to be overjoyed to see you complete what God has called you to do. They're going to stand with you, they're going to come alongside you to help you complete everything that God has called you to do. So understand this. When the two of you are coming together, one of the most important things that the two of you need to discuss is, what is your assignment? What is your purpose? What has God called you to do? Because if your purposes are not marrying together and you're going by your emotions or your intellect or your looks or the money and whatever it is, then you are missing out on one crucial element, because your purpose is supposed to come together. The two of you become one to do the very thing that God has called you to do. And so, my question to you is this: what has God called you to do? What has God called you to do? It begins, first of all, by you spending time with God as a single person and asking him, what is my purpose? Why did you create me? And understand this: your purpose is not necessarily what you're doing right now. What you're doing right now could be a job or a business that helps you pay the bills, but it's not your calling. At some point, I used to work for Cancel. I believe right now it's Airtel. It was paying my bills, but that was not my assignment. It's until I resigned to begin pursuing what I'm doing that I stepped into my calling and what God put me on earth to do. And so when I was getting married with my wife, I needed her to understand that I have resigned and God has called me to do this particular thing. I'm going to go to school, and I do not know. I'm not going to be having some income, some predictable income for a season. And so are you willing to walk with me through this journey? So by the time my wife was getting married to me, I was broke. I was essentially broke. She was earning a salary, but I wasn't working. But understand, our assignment, our purposes were married together, and we pursued that up to date. We're still together. And so that is extremely important. And so for men, I know most of us are visual, and we put a high premium on looks. And for some ladies, not all, some ladies are really wary of what is the man doing. And I know we as pastors, we've been guilty of this. We've preached a lot on this, that the man needs to have a job, or else how is he going to feed you? And amen to that. I'm not endorsing laziness. I do not condone laziness, but you can encounter a man who is not working at the moment, but he's not lazy. He has a plan. He is waiting on God. Or that is a season he is going through a wilderness, a desert, but it doesn't mean that he's not your man. So do not necessarily look at his job, his status, his business or something. No, that is very, very fickle. Cast but a glance at riches and they're gone away. So ask yourself, what has God called him to do? What has God called me to do? Are we able to walk together? Are we able to walk together and pursue what God is calling us to do? Remember this, you are coming from a particular place and going to a familiar place. That is the essence. That is one of the principles of dating. You are coming from this place. This man has been created from the earth, but is going to a familiar place. So you'll notice that in Genesis chapter 2, when God has created the woman, Isha, from Ish, the man. Remember we said that the second definition of the man is Ish and the woman is Isha. When God has created Isha from Ish, when he brings her to the man, he does not say anything. The man looks at this woman, at this lady, this creature that he has never ever seen before, and he says, "Whoa, bone of my bones, flesh of my flesh." Something clicked in his mind. Something clicked within his being, and he was able to recognize, no wonder God was telling me to be fruitful and multiply. No wonder God has given me this whole thing to do. Now, what these brothers and sisters, if your assignment, if your purpose, if your vision, if your goal is not bigger than you, if it's not insurmountable, then probably you should not get married, because you can complete it alone. The assignment that God has put in your life needs to be so gigantic. It needs to be so ginormous that you're seeking God to say, God, whatever is in me, I'm carrying a baby that is so big that I need somebody to walk with me in that delivery room. Figuratively speaking, I have an assignment that I cannot accomplish on my own. Lord, who is that man? Who is that woman that you prepared for me to walk with this journey? But if it is something that is so small, well, just do it. You don't need a man. You don't need a husband or a woman. You can do it alone. Oh yes, you can. So think again. What has God called you to do? So before you even begin praying for a mate, and I know most of us are praying, the person that you should be praying for is you. Lord, reveal me to myself. Open my eyes that I may see the things that you deposited in me. Open my eyes that I may know why you designed me, why you created me on earth. Why do I occupy space and lessen oxygen every single day? Why do I do this? You'll understand that the Bible says, one shall put 1,000 to flight. That's Deuteronomy 32. One shall put 1,000 to flight, and two shall put 10,000 to flight. Now there's something wrong with that mathematics. You would think that if one would put 1,000 to flight, then two will automatically translate to 2,000. But no. It means when the two of you come together, your capacity is multiplied 5-fold. Remember when God says in Psalm 133 that behold how good and pleasant it is for brothers to dwell together in unity? Yes, he was speaking. One of the reasons why God commands a blessing is because he likes it, he loves it when two people walk together in unity. He commands a blessing. And when that blessing is upon you, it doesn't matter what we throw at you. You're going to succeed because you're pursuing that purpose. So if the lady that you're dating can catch the scent of your destiny, the whiff of the scent of your destiny, then probably she's the right one. And if you're a lady, if he can breathe life into your destiny, then don't wait for the school bell to ring. Go get married. Go get married. So may God bless you. And remember, these are just some of the tips that I'm sharing. Our dating masterclass will be on November 29th. If you're interested, inbox me. Yes, there's a cost implication, but inbox me and I'll let you know all the details. But it's going to be nice. It's going to be explosive. We started on a lower plane and we're moving a notch higher. We're taking it deeper, and it's going to be, you're going to meet other people like mind. You're going to have an opportunity to ask me questions and engage, and I believe you're going to be blessed. So God bless you. I'll see you again next week. Thank you.